Hello and welcome back to Avengers, the road to Avengers Endgame, and the final stop slash movie before Infinity War, and it is a steelbook that Connie is currently holding. I guess you can kind of, there we go, Black Panther, tilt it to get the glare off, there we go. The steelbook doesn't come up very well on camera, but it's a really cool design. Anyway, that's Black Panther.
It's just, it's got this water splash effect that I put in my paintings.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of cool.
So Black Panther, we saw him in Civil War, knew he was going to get a standalone movie. I went to see this in 4DX with my brother. Was not a good cinema experience. Whole row behind us talking throughout the entire fucking movie. Yeah, that was it actually. That was and also in 4DX. I don't think it's the best way to watch a film for the first time. 4DX is a really cool experience as a novelty, but I wanted to watch this again properly without all that kind of distraction. And I was going to go see it again in the cinema and never got around to it, so this was actually the second time I've seen it, and the first time I've properly seen it. So I got to enjoy it a bit more, I think.
Actually, never watched it in the cinema.
You didn't? No, you didn't get to see it. It was around the time that we were moving from Norway, and I came here first. Anyway, so I really, really like this one. It's just a refreshing difference. Everything is different. It's different culture, it's a different set of faces, loads of new characters, pretty much... No one really. Oh, okay. I mean, you get like Martin Freeman from Civil War. You get Andy Serkis back as Claw. He's great in the film. Really funny. Just a really wacky villain. And obviously Black Panther. I think that's it. And then there's just all these new characters that get set up, and they get set up really well. The story is really good. I just love all the Wakandan technology. It's just like the way they designed it, like the sand models and things that they have. How vibranium is kind of lauded throughout the whole MCU as this like precious metal that Captain America's shield is like the only piece they have, and it becomes such a vital part of the lore of the whole series. And then now you have a city that has an unending supply of it, and what they've done with that, with the technology and everything.
I'm just thinking, like, if they're using vibranium as part of their suits, and Black Panther gets to have it in his suit, and it absorbs energy, and then he can use that against his enemies.
Yeah.
So it was destroying my back. Then why the hell, now that they decided to bring that out to the world, can't they just give it to Tony Stark so he can refresh all of the people's suits in the Avengers, and maybe they would have stood a chance against Thanos? Or at least do it for the next one. It's too late to say that now, because it's done. But, I mean, if they're going to give it to the people, why not give it to the Avengers?
And we give it to you, the people.
The only one who's got vibranium is Captain America in his shield.
Which he doesn't have anymore.
Because he dropped it in Berlin, or wherever he was.
Russia, maybe?
Whatever,
yeah. Whatever. I like the score. The score is really different and cool, and fits the vibe of everything else. I like how T'Challa gets his power from this herb that kind of gives him the strength and all that kind of... I mean, most of the superheroes in the Marvel Universe have this kind of super strength. So you have to come up with a way to explain it. And maybe that was the comic book origin as well, I don't know. But I love how he's now taking over the mantle of being the king of Wakanda, but he needs to accept any challenges in a fight. And in that fight, they strip him of that power. I think that's really cool, just story device, because it's like, okay, you got to fight, just by yourself, not with this superpower. So I think that's a really cool part of the story that I really, really enjoy. I like how we get a cool action sequence in Korea, like the whole fight scene in the casino, the kind of the underground establishment, which I said to Connie, I can't help but wonder what Jackie Chan would do with a set like this, with all the kind of balconies and stuff. He would have gone mental. But there's a really cool one-shot where they're fighting throughout the whole, and we go to every character, which was really well done. The car chase is cool. I really like Shuri, his sister. She's just a really fun character.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking, I really hope she gets a scene in Infinity War with Bruce Banner, where they can kind of like have a little moment between them where like they're talking about the technology and how they're both kind of geniuses at putting stuff together. I think they did, yeah, a very brief interaction when Vision gets brought to Wakanda. So yeah, I think she's a highlight of the film for me. I like Lupita Nyong'o. I forget her, Nakia was her character's name. And then we have Killmonger. Michael B. Jordan. Bit overrated for me. Gonna have to say it. Unpopular opinion. I know people think he's like the best villain since Heath Ledger's Joker. I I understand. I think he has a really good character arc. I find it hard to empathize with him when he has literally become a murderer. But then you understand. I think actually, in a way, his character is like this big, larger than life, set inside a superhero movie analog to kids who grow up with with nothing and in neighborhoods where people get killed a lot and who have a really tragic backstory to where they find outlets in violence because that does happen. So I think he is a really good character, and I think that he he acts very well, but he has there's a bit of his attitude. He's got this kind of attitude to him where he tilts his head a bit, and it just I feel like he's posing a bit too much. Like I feel like I see him acting a bit, if that makes sense, just a little bit too much. But I think he's really good. I think the character is really really well done and put together. But then I hear that people say, oh, they should bring him back for the next one, bring him back from the dead, and then people want to see a solo movie with just him in it.
Oh my god, I would not watch it.
I,
That would be the only Avengers movie that I would.
I would.
I would have to, because I can't watch no Avengers
Sure,
movie.
yeah.
But he's not an Avenger.
Sure, but I mean,
Are they gonna have a solo movie with Andy Serkis? Just bring him back then.
I would prefer to
He was
see
actually
that.
funny.
He's so great. I love Claw, and it was funny seeing him and Martin Freeman, Bilbo and Gollum having scenes together. But
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that.
didn't you?
No, didn't cross my mind at all. All I saw was Gollum.
Yeah,
I didn't even. I was thinking about The Office,
The Office, yeah.
but he didn't even pull one of those. He never went like. What? Oh, you were pulling one of
Yeah.
those. Okay, I thought you were annoyed at me.
No.
Uh,
But yeah, I think he's really good and one of the better villains overall because he has a lot of character and he has a lot of depth. But when people say that he's like one of the best or the best, I think a bit overrated. That's just my opinion.
I like the suit.
The suit's really cool. I don't love it when they have this like super ridiculous technology where it's just like it just appears out of nowhere. Like it's cool, but it's like
No, it's all in a necklace. She said. Come on, Tony has pretty much the same thing, and that's
He does,
steel.
no.
That's completely different.
Well, I guess that gets explained because it's the alien technology that he's been using. But I guess at this point, they just do that with everything. Every suit has like just appears out of nowhere helmet, and so I guess it's just you have to go along with it. So.
Yeah. We watch it again now, and I was like, it's one of my least favorites.
Mhm.
It's still one of my least favorites.
Yep.
We'll see when we watch Ant-Man 2 if it's the least favorite. But I don't know. I just don't get like really like invested in them.
Yeah.
It's because again they're new characters. I kind of had the same thing with Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
I don't really care that much about the characters because they're new.
Mhm.
The story is fine. It's good.
Mhm.
The acting is great. I love the music. I love the visual
Yeah.
stuff about everything.
I love the design of Wakanda, like this kind of quasi-futuristic city, but there's a lot of like greenery and like grass, and it's almost like it's merged with nature somehow.
It's so the whole place is beautiful.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think.
yeah.
You have like the more like tribe-looking places
Mhm.
on the outside, and then you have that massive city on the inside, which is so futuristic. It's really nicely done. I don't really see the casino fighting scene. For me, that was like forgettable. I don't.
I liked it.
remember
I
much
really
from
liked it quite a lot.
I remember how the casino looked like, but the fighting scene is completely gone.
And we just watched it like 2 hours ago.
Completely gone.
Yeah.
Don't remember much. I remember when Andy Serkis left it, and he was like, "Oh, that was awesome."
Yeah.
And I remember the car fighting scene, car chasing scene. That was
There's-
cool.
Yeah, I love how Shuri is kind of driving the car from the other side of the world. I think that's a really cool concept.
Yeah, I think the female soldiers are so awesome.
Yes, I really like that.
I feel like it's they're doing this a lot now, aren't they? With Wonder Woman and stuff. Like they're making female warriors a lot.
Yeah.
I find it interesting how that was the only tribe that had female warriors.
Sure.
Whereas all the other tribes.
I think
Wait, no, they had one.
Yeah, I remember
Where
one.
there was actually a female warrior who usually challenges, but she chose not to challenge
Yeah,
this time. But all the others had like males, and I didn't even see any women. But I like those tribes as well, and I like that. It is, and the acting again,
Yeah,
great.
really, really good.
I can't pinpoint any of the acting. The villain, I wish was just Andy Serkis. to be honest. I understand why he's the villain. I understand the
Yeah,
story. I
yep.
understand why obviously he wants to avenge his father, but in the end, it's not about avenging his father. He didn't really care about his father. He just said, like, well, people die in the Vision, didn't he? It wasn't much about that.
I think that's a front, and but you're right into the sense
whole
that at the end he
thing
gets really
was
maniacal
about how they have technology and people should use it in war.
they hide the
And how
technology.
his people should be winning the wars and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
And so enough of that stuff. I don't buy how the guy in the other tribe who was supposed to be his friend, how he sides with this lunatic.
Yeah, I don't like that at all.
Which makes me dislike the movie a
But-
lot more, because not only is his love, his
Okoye, I think
woman
her name is. Yeah.
is in this tribe, which is probably why he's friends with the tribe, but he's going against her.
Yeah.
And I just don't I don't buy his character, but I love his acting, so I just feel like that's the writing part. So that's not his fault.
No, I don't like that part, but in the sense that I don't like what his character does. I understand why he does it. Maybe it is a bit extreme, like you say, because that character, and I don't know his name, Daniel Kaluuya, I believe, is the actor. He wants Claw to be brought to justice because Claw killed his family. So he wants Claw to be either killed or brought in to be killed by T'Challa, and T'Challa doesn't deliver on that, and he's like, well, you're just the same as your father. So he has a big chip on his shoulder about that. So he does have a reason, but I agree with you that him siding with Killmonger, who very clearly is a homicidal maniac, it doesn't quite fit.
Yep.
So I agree with you there, but it doesn't cause me that much of a dislike towards the movie itself. Anyway, I think we'll leave it there with Black Panther. I really, really enjoy it. It's in kind of my top half of my favourites, I think.
Things I'd like to say.
Oh, sure.
No, I'm just stopping it there, but I'm not going to say them. That was a Harry Potter reference.
Is it? Oh, I don't even get it.
Yeah, McGonagall. She says it to the tiny woman from the council, the
Okay.
ministry.
Okay.
And if there's something you want to say, there's several things I'd like to say.
Okay. Alright. So.
When they stood on the steps and having a confrontation.
Yeah. But it was really great for me to watch this again properly without the bad kind of cinema experience. So, yeah, there you go. That's Black Panther. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.